February 1970, my mom was in a car accident, and she was also in the car with my father and my younger sister, and they survived the accident, but my mom passed away a week later. It was something. It was like my heart was broken, and my being was searching for answers. The first experience I had with listening to something after was a song that Eric Clapton wrote, incidentally. It was called Presence of the Lord. It was recorded by a band called Blind Faith, and I must have bought that record around 1969 or so. And so here was a year later, and I just played this song over and over and over again. It's like, whoa, this is new. And the song appealed to me as a musician. And then I began to write my own music. I'll walk at one of my favorite parks that I love to do often. I take sometimes an iPod and then listen to it and the music in there. And I had it on shuffle one day, and this song, came on that they had written. Well, the first time I ever heard of Brian Duncan was around the time I was working on a second chapter of Axe album. I was playing guitar in the volume of the book, January 1975, and someone was saying, "Hey, have you heard of this group, the Sweet Comfort Band? They're really good. You should hear this little blonde guy singing, can really sing." And so we got to do a concert or two together around that time. And I was just knocked out by his talent, Brian Duncan's talent. And the band was an awesome band. They were a fine group for him, and they were a fine group for each other. Then I got to know Brian a little bit more because we did a concert for Compassion International, which is when I first got introduced to the great work of Compassion. And we did a concert with the Sweet Comfort Band, and I had my band. We were based out of Kansas City at the time. And I got to know Brian a bit more. And I think we did a number of concerts. I listened to their LPs in those days, because this is still before CDs. And then before whatever we have now, MP3s and microchips that put their music on them. We also toured in 1986, and Brian and I got along beautifully on this tour. It was called the Electric Tour, but he and I called it the Short Circuit Tour, because I guess we're short guys, and that was an interesting tour. It was a good time. Got to know each other more as friends and as brothers in that time. So over the years, we've kept in touch and every now and then done a concert. My wife and I and our kids, we moved to Nashville 23 years ago. And so I used to see more of Brian when I lived in California. But every now and then we run into each other, and then when he invited me to see if there's something I might have to contribute to his album as a writer, I came up with a couple of ideas and sent them to him, and they turned out beautiful.
Hey, Keaggy, this is Duncan.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Not too bad, fairly partly cloudy. But, hey, I'm thinking about doing a new album, kind of an acoustic soul groove album kind of thing.
I said, oh, great. That sounds great.
You wouldn't happen to have any leftovers around, on your hard drive?
So I came up with something new altogether for him. That was the little bit of a little bit of time.
To warn you when I come in singing?
I came up, he goes, very nice, I like that. Could you do it in another key? So I re-recorded it all over again, and he liked it better in that key. Then I had this other track around, and I just, an arrangement, and sent it on to him and his producer, Tony, and he wrote lyrics to that, as he did to a little bit at a time.
Keep going. Okay. Don't talk. Just go. Yeah, I will. This next song is an old George Harrison song, and it's called "Here Comes the Sun." I heard you like this.
So I really want to give Brian some support and cheers and applause and for hanging in there. I understand he's going to be entering my age group pretty soon, right? We won't give it away, but God bless him. I wish him all the best.
Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's alright.
I just think that I think it's a good time in our lives. I feel energized at this time in my life musically, creatively, and I love to record. I love the process of it.